and he read that I was pregnant. I was so sad. Like, the sadness showed on my face that the lady that did the test, she was like, why are you sad? Are you single or something? I was like, I said I'm married. Is the guy not around? I was like, he's around. They're like, so why are you sad now? Why are you sad now? Hi, you welcome to another episode of Let's Do Life with Atilola. Today we are going to be discussing something quite interesting. Well, this is a bit, attributed to me and my experience as a newlywed. So when young ladies get married, or young couples, they get married and they say, I want to have like 6 months, 1 year to myself to get to know my partner better, get to enjoy ourselves, get to understand ourselves when we are living in the house. And we don't want to have kids anytime soon. We just want to enjoy, want to travel the world and everything. I fell into that category also. I also wanted to, I didn't want to wait for 1 year, but I wanted to wait for a minimum of 6 months before getting pregnant. And at the end of the day, I got married in like mid-December and like mid-February or early February, or in fact late January. I just realized, it's as if something has happened though. So basically, today is a gist day. Let's have some gist. Have you ever seen couples that you're like, you've given birth now. Like, when did you get married? And you've already given birth. And I know you were not pregnant when you got married. What exactly happened? Well, I'm one of those people. So I wanted to wait 6 months, like I said, but I found out that I was pregnant in like 6 weeks later, or about 8 weeks later. And the question begs, what happened? How did you get pregnant that fast? And of course, why would you get pregnant that fast if you were doing if you were doing what would make you get pregnant? But the truth is, was I careful? I will say that I employed the counting method. You are not supposed to, they don't advise people who have not given birth before, who this is just their first time, to use pills so that it doesn't mess up with your immune system or the balance of your body by the time you decide to have children. So they will ask you, and if you're not on a long-term contraceptive method, you are not also advised to use the IUD. So the other ways you can use, maybe you use the one they inject into your hands, or the one that you the condom and everything, which I found out that I'm not a fan of. So this is PG-18, parental advisory. Anyway, so I decided I was going to employ the safe counting method. Basically, you will count your safe days and everything, which I learned. I'd already learned it before, and I also learned it in premarital counseling. I learned it reading books. I learned it in biology class. So I thought that, well, I knew about this. I'm educated enough and everything. But the mistake I made was that I wasn't on a 28-day cycle. And when you go to the doctor or you go to the whatever, basically they just tell you count 14 days before, 14 days after, the middle one, blah, blah, blah. It's your safe period. Not knowing that, or not taking into cognizance the fact that not everybody's on a 28-day cycle. So I counted 14 days, blah, blah, 14 days. That's how I was in, counting 14 days this, 14 days that. And people, the first time I tried that was the time I got pregnant. Like, I didn't even have time to try it to try it again and find out what went wrong the last time. So basically, it happened, and I was telling my husband, I said, it's as if I'm pregnant too, because my period is supposed to come this day and it didn't come. And you know how these guys are something like, what do you mean you're pregnant? You are just talking because you feel like getting pregnant. Why would I feel like getting pregnant? Like, what does that mean? Basically, it dismissed my worries or my concern, and I was like, nah. I've been having periods for 19 years now. I've never ever missed my period in my life. I think there's something wrong here. So I got like the pregnancy test kit. I'd already bought it abroad when I traveled before my wedding. So I bought like 2 or 3 test kits. That okay, whenever I want to eventually get pregnant, this is what I will use. So I used the first stick, and I think it gave an error reading. So it gave an indefinite reading. Then I used the second stick, like maybe about a week later, and it gave no reading at all. So basically both readings failed. I was like, 2 weeks later, I was like, nah, I think I'm pregnant. Anyway, so that day I was just feeling somehow. I was just feeling somehow though. So I went to the lab near my office at Lekki then. So I went to take a test, and it read that I was pregnant. I was so sad. Like, the sadness showed on my face that the lady that did the test, number one, she shouldn't have opened my test, but you will know this lady was a gbebon. I wasn't wearing a wedding ring. I don't like using wedding rings. And again, I have a skin, I react to jewelries if they are not pure gold or pure silver or whatever. And I don't have that kind of jewelry. I was wearing stainless, because during my engagement I was wearing what they call sterling silver, and like months down the line my skin turned black, so I took it off and I stopped using them. This time I was wearing stainless. I just wasn't a fan of the ring, so I wasn't wearing wedding ring. And she was like, why am I sad? She said, oh, you're pregnant. Like, I see you're pregnant too. I don't know, maybe she expected me to start jumping for joy. Oh, I'm pregnant or whatever. And then so I was like, number one, you weren't supposed to have opened, you weren't supposed to have opened the results. You were supposed to give me my results sealed. You are not the nurse, neither are you the doctor that took you're just a receptionist that followed me into where I did the blood, whatever, and you happen to have written the result on the not that you didn't even write the result, they handed the result over to you. You're breaking it to me that I'm pregnant. Anyway, that was very unprofessional of her. So I became very sad, and she was like, why are you sad? Are you single or something? I was like, I said I'm married. In fact, now I'm wondering why I was even answering her. I think I used to be a very nice person. It was later that I stopped being nice, but I used to be a very nice person. She was like, are you married? I said, yeah. She was like, is the guy not around? I was like, is he around? You're like, so why are you sad now? Why are you sad now? Anyway, so I called my friend. I said, hey, I'm pregnant. So she was like, hey, what happened? I said, I don't have money. This time I just spent like millions and millions of naira opening my store on Admiralty Way. So I wanted to have like 6 months, more months basically. I'd opened the store, I had opened the factory, I'd opened both high locations and everything. I'd taken all my money, and I'm not. So people will think that it doesn't cost money to give a, but the kind of future I've planned for myself and my children, I didn't want to have my kids in Nigeria and everything. And I know how much it will cost and everything. She said I didn't have much. She was like, don't worry, you're not giving birth until 9 months later. The money will come. Well, truthfully, the money came. Like loads and loads of money came, and I was able to travel and have my kids. But I got home that night. I didn't even say anything to my husband. He was just lying in bed. I just gave him the results, and he was like, you're pregnant. Like, of course, this is you're pregnant. I was like, I think he was also thinking about money too, but whatever, man. at the end of the day, we both have stable businesses and everything. I will give birth to the child in the US. But the thing there is, we never planned to have a child like immediately afterwards. I didn't do my calculations properly and I got pregnant immediately. You get, and that I got married as a virgin. That was my first time of having unprotected, like unsafe, uncounted sex, and that was, I got pregnant. So there are this kind of people like if they wink at you, you gonna get pregnant. That's me. That's me. So yeah, that's the story of how I got pregnant, like immediately after I got married. So yes, when you see people that like they get married and 9 months later they are giving birth and they're like, people don't even waste time at all. Many times it's not planned, but it just happens. You take it like that. All the honeymoon, whatever that I wanted to have with my husband till today, I've still not had it because I got pregnant. I got delivered a year later. I got pregnant again. I delivered, and I'm like with 2 kids under 3, and I'm here with me, myself, my husband, and the children, and we are just rolling like that. So it's not all the luxury that you want to have that you will have, basically, and you take it the way it comes. And I'm happy. The second one that I got pregnant like back immediately after my first was planned because I've never wanted to like have lots of space between my kids. I've never wanted that. I wanted my children to come back to back. So that one was planned. You get, that wasn't a mistake. It was planned, very, 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 very planned. Like I just said, okay, it's time for unsafe, whatever, and I got pregnant, and that was it. So yes, let me know. Do you know anybody that has gotten pregnant immediately after they got married? Have you gotten pregnant immediately after you got married? How did you take it? Was it your plan? Was it not your plan? Just give me the lowdown, the gists you get in the comment section. Let me know how exactly it was. Were you and your husband able to recover? Or if you're a guy, were you and your wife able to recover fast? How were you able to navigate the stress of raising a baby in a marriage that is less than 1 year? And let me know if it didn't put strain on you people. So I'm going to see you in the next episode of Let's Do Life with Atilola. Not Let's Do Babies, so Let's Do Life. So you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you the next episode. Bye.